Good evening. Namaste. Hi, everyone.
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you all?
Super, sir. How are you, sir?
Top of the world. Wish you all a very, very happy Deepavali. And I hope and pray at the outset that you get the best of the best firecracker questions, which you love it, and you get the best result out of it. That is more important, isn't it? Yes. So I welcome each one of you to this wonderful session, R2R. Just to confirm, today when the results were out, so the sessions like this, like regular classes, then we used to do the online revision classes, then also R2R sessions that have definitely added value to the education as well results. So probably May 24, I kept on telling we had around 90% result in intermediate level, and we didn't have a separate batch for September. That 10% who are left out also have cleared this time. So probably making it almost 100%. Okay. So happy. So probably students who fall in line with the system, they'll definitely get the success. So with this, let me welcome each one of you to the beautiful R2R session. Refresh to relax. The session will be handled by me. First half an hour we'll talk about R2R, confidence booster session. Then we talk about financial reporting. So Kiran, if you don't know me, I am myself. Okay, so by God's grace, probably last exam when some of them were written in a final exam, and this exam when you are writing, I've added one extra qualification. Apart from that, nothing else I've added. Okay, so fine. So let's start with some beautiful. Audible? So nothing can match. So this kind of expression, not even Oscar-winning performances. So irrespective of the pressure, tension, keep the child in you, always alert, awake, and alive. Okay. That is a simple mantra for success. Come what may, because writing CA final, you may definitely have tensions, but just chill. Because by tension karne se kuch nahi hone wala. As my homeopathy doctor says. So, sir, tension is a kedre. Nanagantu illa ni bekare ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. But you ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು tension ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. So you cannot reduce the issue. So tension ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು if you can increase the issue, increase also. That's right. So tension लेने से कुछ नहीं होना है. Tension नहीं लेने से probably there will be some great thing which can happen, isn't it? So like the way this lady, amazing.
इतना सक्सेसफुल बनो कि जलने वाले जल के राख हो जाए, कोयला हो जाए, पाउडर पाउडर हो जाए. और सक्सेस कैसे होना है वो तो मुझे भी नहीं पता. मैं भी ऑन द प्रोसेस हूँ. तो आप लोग खुद रास्ता ढूंढ लीजिए पर सक्सेस.
So that should be the confidence. So she doesn't know, but at least you know I am here to help. Isn't it? Okay, right. One of the beautiful quotations by Plato. Courage is knowing what not to fear. My dear friends, you are prepared. Whether you are prepared for 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, 2 months, 2 years, doesn't matter. At this stage, be courageous. Okay. You are going to write an examination, a normal examination. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. You are going to eat the way you were eating earlier. You are eating same. Nothing is going to change. Everything is going to be same. So be courageous. So because the war is won. So just with the confidence. I have written multiple exams. Okay. So by God's grace, and I have never repeated any exam. So all this because with the confidence. 50% of the examination I won only by having a confidence. That's all. So if the why is powerful, you know why you are doing CA. How is easy. So now you know the syllabus, you know the content, just go and enjoy the exams. So very beautiful again. Doing your best is more important than being the best. You would have seen some of your friends, schoolmates, etc. being very intelligent, very smart, but still that nervous attack, etc. happening. Whereas there are some average students, they would have done some wonders in their life. So be your best. Okay. So doing your best is more important than being the best. That's it. So now this next 15 days, thanks again. I just love this. 8 examination was Oh, so when we were writing, when I was a student 25 years back, okay, so 98, November 98 was my CFL exam. So count the number of years. So 8 exams continuous. Okay, Sunday I think it was a holiday, continuous, and that to 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 to 11. Almost every day we used to have nightmare. I got up at 8:30, exam ho gaya, oh, I was crying. Literally, that now I think the timings are beautiful, alternate days, and only 6 exams. शुरू होते ही खत्म होने वाला है, and most important संडे बोल के सोना मत, my dear friends. Sunday भी एग्जाम है. This time Sunday only we are starting it, isn't it? Okay, right. So tough times are like physical exercise. You may not like it while doing it, but tomorrow you will be stronger because of it. That's the beauty. So first 30 minutes we'll talk about confidence booster. Next 1 hour we'll talk about the R2R. Every time when you write the exam, especially exam like CFL, one of the exam will be tough. You have to be ready for it. See, there was a simple point in life. When you go prepared for the exam being standard, if it is standard, you know you have come prepared. If it is easy, oh, okay, wow, let us enjoy. But come what may, your pace of writing should not change. Because I did this mistake in my CW intermediate examination. Oh, exam is chiller. My mind relaxed. Went at the end of 2 hours, probably I would have completed only 40 marks questions. That's it. But anyway, my pace is very good. I know from first gear directly I go to fifth gear. I covered it. The different story, but not so. Whatever the case, exam easier, tougher, average, enjoy. But be ready for one exam being tough and one question being tough in every paper. If that is the case, enjoy. At the end of the day, if all are easy, happy, all are tough, don't worry. It is common for everyone. So whenever that situation comes to your mind, I'm so tough. I didn't come this far to come only this far. I hope you understood. Especially at CFL, it's a very apt statement. I did not come this far to only come this far. I want to cross this stone to make it as a milestone. Isn't it? What's happening? Oh, sorry. I'm pressing around this. Right. So you are the creator of your own destiny. No doubt, God's blessings, your parents' blessings and wishes, our support, your effort. But at the end of the day, you are what you are. You are what you think you are. So just believe in self. Pray like you didn't study and study like you didn't pray. Wow. So now, if you believe in God, now don't start doing extra puja, mantra, japa, etc. because exams are coming. So if you believe in God, yes. So I always say this. When you know certain things, you have to believe in yourself. When the certain things comes, or tough thing comes, when you have to believe in the supernatural. That's it. When something can be done by yourself, you don't have to pray extra to the God. God has given that power. Where something, I don't know, how do I crack? It's the toughest exam, assuming that's good. So then in that case, God will help you. Just don't worry. You are in the race with the God. That's why you are always with the grace, God's grace. So pray as if you didn't study. 100% you have to trust God. Study as if you didn't pray, because your effort is also important, his effort is also important. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. So you are here to win. That's it. Okay. So what marks comes, how much, what is my position? No bother. Pursue your passion, not marks. Chase excellence. Success is the byproduct. There are 3 categories of people, even at unfortunately final level. Yes, I am here to pass in this attempt, first attempt. I may not pass because they are not prepared. I am okay with first, but I am not okay with the third category. As my yoga sir says, many of us suffer only because we are having a confused state of mind. Yes, sir, no, no. You think Shetty sir is good, Shetty sir is good, accept and forget it. You think Shetty sir is bad, Shetty sir is bad, forget it. So Shetty sir good or bad or good, your janma, half janma will go off their way. So you are here to pass, you are here to pass. That's it. Short. Or I'm not at all prepared. Why I'm going and writing. Let me see. Okay, that's also fine. So you already written 500 plus exams from your LKG or first standard. You are successful. It's just like another exam, though. Go and enjoy. So when I twisted my legs, kabaddi, when we were playing in caps sports, so I saw my leg. So next day I had to go to the hospital. Next day I was in the 4th floor of CFL class. Someone asked, I was having the crutches in Antarla. How is it possible? I said, leg is there. I am here to teach you. I know pain is there. Enjoy the pain. Same way. If you think CA is tough, CA is tough. If you think CA is easy, CA is easy. Thousands of people are passed. Thousands of people are going to pass. You are one amongst them. So there's nothing great you are going to see. That's why always have a positive attitude in life. Okay. chain is as strong as its weakest link. Write all the subjects with equal importance. Sir, I love FR, I love AFM, I love Ulti. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. You love everything. Okay, so that they will make you to love with great mark. Confidence is very important, but don't be overconfident. At any stage, you always know that someone is above you. So, any stage, you always think that my answer should be to the point. Sir, maybe some improvement possible. Try to improve upon it. Try to improve upon it. Result will be good because there's a very good economic growth and CSP is planning, okay, to conduct multiple exams at foundation and inter level. You'll be shocked to know that. Okay, how far it's true, I don't know. CA foundation exam they want to do every month. But 12 exams in a year. Intermediate they want to do 4. CA final 2 only as of now. They're not planned anything because they want to have more and more chartered accountant. So go and enjoy it. So if you are already doing some physical activity, please do it. Yoga, but pranayama compulsorily do it. There is one thing which you normally miss. Sir, I was doing till the exam, but examination time nahi mila. Stupidity. Pranayama, that breathing exercise, what I say, 5 to 10 minutes with 5 minutes of break. It will relax your mind like it. Okay. So any session, okay. So now also I just entered the house at 7:15. I was somewhere outside, I was late, etc. Blah blah. But I came 5 minutes. I did a had bath, had a 5 minutes of pranayam, and I'm super duper energetic. Okay. So this is the power of pranayam. Please trust me. Whether you trust my costing, taxation, I don't know, but trust this and do the pranayam. Then relax yourself completely. Drink adequate water. Eat healthy food. Sleep for 6 to 8 hours. What is required for the body? By mistake also, don't have the stupidity of sleeping for 4 or 5 hours. Nahi. So what is your normal sleep? Because sleep is also one of the important mode of power, energy. Okay, understand, and your well-balanced mind, especially now because of the MCQs. So 30 marks for MCQ career, your mind should be very, very fresh. You need to, unlike earlier, 20 marks ka question. Ek bar socha, okay, flow will come. Here, every question, 2 marks, you have to think differently. So that's why your mind should be as relaxed as possible. I spend more time on these topics rather than on just telling you to prepare. That is very important. Not something new I am telling, I'm just refresh button kar that's it. Then comfortable dress during exams. So tight pant if your birthday is there in between new dress, nothing. What most comfortable to you as well as others also. Nim comfortable because others uncomfortable are. So that's you take care because their uncomfort should not add a misery to your life. Be ready for one exam being standard. Out of 6 exams, I'll give it in writing. 1 exam will be standard. That exam, how you manage. When I wrote CMA, CWA at the time, second group. May was my examination, intermediate. I wrote decently prepared and I wrote by God's grace. I cleared with high marks also. So May exam, okay, June, May, CW exam was there, 4 subject. So I didn't prepare, but my friend said, yeah, you can do it on that. So our Oscar, I went and wrote 3 papers. Yes, I could do it well. I knew I'd get good marks. 4th paper was totally new, something quantitative techniques with economics, etc. being involved. I never studied. Only just before the exam, I just went through the pattern. I went to the exam. So question paper is French and Latin. But I still sat my own personal experience. I share that marks card with you if you want. So I wrote, one of the best thing about tough exam, the time aapka paas. See, this is where you have to see the positive in everything of life. Suppose if it's easy exam, aapko time nahi milega. And you have experienced this. Lengthy questions are easy. Short questions are tough. This I've already told and you experience. Same way, if the exam is easy, it's time consuming. Exam tough. So like out of 6 questions, 1 question you don't know. Very good. Like God has made your life very easy. Problem kab aayega? 3A malum hai, 4B malum hai. That's a confusion. Atava, so you don't know 2 questions reasonably. That's a problem. It's okay. So if exam is tough, relax. Select those 2-3 questions which you reasonably know well. In that only, आपको 40 plus आना चाहिए. MCQ, even if it's the toughest 10-15, आराम से आ जाएगा. So when I wrote that examination, so I knew the first 3 papers I've done decently well. I thought I'll get 60 plus. 4th paper, I didn't want to get less than 40. But क्या करें? I didn't know. So I आराम से sat and maybe I am passionate about maths. Little maths was there. I was trying to recall my high school exam, sitting and recalling and I read. This is what I did. I'm telling you that. So I write 48 marks. I knew. And then I wrote, I decently. You know how much I got? 3 papers, first 3 papers, 80 plus, and this paper I got 49. Trust me, I would not have got 48 out of 48. probably 40 to 43 they would have given. 4-5 marks, they would have been a grace mark. It would have been a tough paper, which happens with all of us. So very important statement I'm making. What you said, sir, I prepared very well for FR. Who knows, it may be tough paper. Athava, you have prepared very well for AFM or auditing. It may be, we don't know. But can you sit there for 3 hours? Can you hold your love? Very important statement this is. So, because when it's tough for everyone, it's tough for you. How you will just manage that pressure? So you just sit there, right? And if you got 80s in other paper, then one paper, if you got a 45 also, you'll be all India rank code. Today CA intermediate, first rank and second rank, sorry, third rank, there is around 40 to 50 marks difference. Today's result, if you want, I'll share. So possible, because September exam was something like off exam, etc. So what matters is, can you write that one exam, whichever the toughest exam, with coolness? Yes. So it's tough for everyone. Yes, I love it. Also. Start that attitude and write. So one exam will be standard. Be happy. Be enjoy. And in every question paper, two questions will be reasonably easy. 2 questions will be average. 1 or 2 questions you may not know. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Manage the bouncer well and wait for the loose ball and hit a sixer. Okay, that's what I think most of the highly successful people have done it. You don't have to Virendra Sehwag in every play game. Rahul Dravid is enough for us. Okay, extraordinary record he has. Yes, Kiran, do's and don'ts. Here now.
Do's practice writing at least for 1 hour every day to improve speed.
For next 1 or 2 days. So, kitna bhi aapka speed hai, wo kam hai. Kitna bhi, whatever speed. That's a keep writing. Subjective record. Don't write love letter etc. Other place because handwriting mistake ho jayega, handwriting kharab ho jayega. Isliye, so write, improve the speed. And even after that, first exam ke baad aapko hand pain hoga. Come home and do some stretching exercise. It will be all right. And all of you, okay. So before going to the exam hall, do some exercise like this. So this one, the stretching exercise, okay, and this one, then like this one and this one. Thoda aisa pakadna hai. After coming from the exam also, do it. For 5 minutes you do it. Trust me, 50% your pain is gone. 50%. Simple exercise. My experienced body is talking about, not my. Yes.
In the last page or rough sheet, 5 to 10 minutes, write points for each question to be attempted.
So 1:45 to 2 o'clock, prepare karo. So last 1 or 2 minutes you have to spend time on the OMR sheet sab likhna hai. So then last page mein question number 3 ka important points. Say AFM formula hai. Something you want to note down. 210 maximum till 210. FR, when I go to FR, I'll tell you how to write the questions in which order. Next.
Attempt extra questions, marks will be allotted.
Next.
Write working notes. MCQs analyze and write.
Working notes like FR or DT. So FR working notes are important. Present the main answer. Preferably start with the main answer, then working notes. DT may, when you talk about total income computation, there why it is added, why it's, don't try to do working notes separately. It's a waste of time. So this expenditure is added. Why? You know the section, you write. You know the case law, you write. If you don't know, at least use some reason. Its reasoning is very, very important. Working notes carry marks.
Use revision material exhaustively.
Share the revision material. Next.
Keep all requirements ready on the day before the exam itself.
Try to keep all pen, everything back. And some people have the habit of, आज auditing exam में calculator नहीं चाहिए. Why do you want to remove that? Yeah, let it be there for all the exam. Who knows some calculations in the auditing question comes, and then what will you do? Yeah, carry calculator and 2 calculators. Next.
Carry a writing pad, extra pen and pencils, 2 calculators.
Black pen is for writing and 2 to 4 pencils वो scribble करने, sorry वो what is it, circle करने के लिए, okay, public student करने के लिए, and carry pencil वाला, cranky वाला. So pen नटराजा, pen pencil वो टक वो नहीं होगा. So all these small matters take extra care. Next, don'ts.
Unnecessary tension about exams.
In the normal, everybody has written and you are writing. Next.
Relaxing before 3 to 2 hours.
So exam खत्म होने से पहले relax नहीं करना है. Exam, so 3 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. It should be your IBS exam is 4 hours, no? इसलिए next. Continue.
Eating junk.
Yeah, eating junk. Okay, don't do that. Next 10-15 days. And Deepavali also, whatever the festival, whatever is good you eat, don't eat unhealthy food. Prashadam बोल के इतना सिर्फ like. So I stopped eating sweets for some time. Someone told diet keep. I stopped eating. I said, I not eat sweet, only religious function, I cannot say no on that. And that particular month, I was in almost Mangalore only, every religious function. Every day I was in the temple or something like that. Religious function, no? Doesn't make sense. Next.
Discuss already concluded exams.
Don't be hand. After coming out, how was the exam, etc. Caps ka code kya hai, Kiran?
Reasonably good.
From foundation, same thing has worked for you and it is working. How was the paper? Reasonably good. That's it. Nothing more. Yes.
Use brain as free space for already committed mistakes.
Never in the history of the examination, from the time immortal, anybody would have come and told, yes, I never did any mistake, including Shetty sir, including Swami Vivekananda, including the APJ Abdul Kalam. So after you, I have done well, you, I did this, it's natural, it's okay. In the exam hall, be alert and active. After that, if exam mistake has happened, okay, it is natural, bound to happen. You can't help it. You can't help it.
Carry forward the already concluded exam.
Don't do that. Next.
Studying new topic afresh.
Now, in the next 6 days, whatever, if you left some 10% topics, sir, don't study anything new. Whatever you study, that only you remember. Next.
Excessive use of mobile and social media.
CFL, I don't have to talk about all this. So please avoid using social media. Some fun, etc., you can definitely do it. Nothing to it. So your target is 600 out of 684. 70 mark descriptive is for 84 marks. One extra choice. So plus 30. 114 mark question happen. 114 into 6, 684. 600 is the target. 550 plus is awesome. 500 plus is excellent. 350 plus is also acceptable. My target in life for every student is come out of the bracket. I want you to have to know Shetty sir is expecting this. Honestly speaking, my only expectation is I want you to be a CA. Prefix those two alphabets. Your parents have given the suffix, you prefix. That's it. So with the rank, with something you do it, I'm happy. I'm okay. But beyond that, the effort obviously for 600. If you get 350 also okay. All the best. Each of you will pass with IMAS. Aim at the moon, but you will at least end up being a star. So this should be inspiration for all of you. So 500 on dot and May 24 ka Mars. So there are two, I think, second rank, third rank, third rank, okay. And look at the number gap. 500 and 470, 23 marks difference in first rank and third rank. So this is a common phenomenon. So if somewhere 450 plus also, you'll end up 450 plus. But target I don't want. So for all cap sites or all those who are listening, my achievable target is FR or AFM. One exam will be easy, one exam may be standard, maybe. Be ready. So FR easy आ गया, आपको 95 आना, 100 is the target. So AFM tough हो गया, okay then AFM में आना चाहिए. One of them you should get either either 95 आ गया तो either 80, either 95 आ गया तो either 80 either 95. 95 है तो अच्छा है. 80 also fine, but that's the way. Then auditing 80 plus is awesome. DT 85 you can score being at caps. IDT is scoreable 90, IBS definitely 90 plus. So this is the target mark which you should all keep in your mind. But all said and done, at the end of, even if you come down by 100 marks, you still pass. You will still pass. But my target should not come below this for everyone listening. And if you are writing both the group, one group is no. Yes. FR is a high scoring paper. Aim at 100 out of 114. Read the question carefully and answer accordingly. Working notes are very, very important. Stepwise approach is efficient by the value. Final answer is important, but steps carry marks. Final answer tallied, but no working note steps, you may get only 50. Whereas if you get into the working notes properly, you will get 90 plus. Core subject of your course, enjoy the exam. Now, within a short period, can I still prepare and write? If you are prepared for the exam, just go and write. If you give yourself 30 days to clean your home, it will take 30 days. But if you give yourself 3 hours, it will take only 3 hours. The same applies to your goals, ambitions, exams, and plans. So now don't look back. Just whatever the limited available time, give your best shot. You can't just wish for a better life. You must go out there and create it. Focus on what you can control. In the question paper, if something is within your control, you focus. Something is not at all able to, leave it. That's okay. Whatever you do, always give your 100% unless you are donating blood. That is risky, alva. Yes, read ma. Sujit, Odo.
See for the highest, aim at the highest, and you shall reach the highest. The The greatest sin is to think that you're weak. Never say no. Never say I cannot. For you, for you are infinite. All the power is within you. You can do anything.
So they're the best quotations of Swami Vivekananda. Remember, so never think about your weakness. You always think that you're strong and go and give your best shot. Things will fall in line. So we go directly white settle for Pujari. We have the best of the best R2R sessions. So now 8 o'clock I'll be starting FR. So today these two sessions. Sunday there will be slight change. Instead of 8 o'clock it will be 7:30. We will notify. So 7:30 are waiting. So teachers are AFM, okay. And he also will do, I think, marathon IFM class. I really don't know whether it's workable for you. You can see because it will go up to night 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Workable, otherwise you can cover up later. But so doing something new, I don't suggest. Okay. So because after coming from the FR exam and staying whole night up to 1 o'clock, I don't know it's good. But AFM R2R to hoga. Auditing is at 7:30, it's not at 8 o'clock because sir has some commitment. 7:30, all exams, the day of exam. I hope you know what exactly is R2R. So Sunday is not AFM exam, bro. Sunday is your FR exam. FR exam khatam karke come home. And on that day evening, 8 o'clock, we'll be doing AFM. Once you finish AFM, auditing, like that. So auditing exam hone ke baad, we have a DT. Correct alwa? DT, IDT, and IBS. This is how the plan of action, right? So any of the new friends, YouTube, you are listening, okay? We are starting our Silver Jubilee batch from November 6th. Next week we are starting. And all those who attended earlier one batch, they must attend one more batch so that they can elevate their performance, okay? And Silver Jubilee batch, we are, because the 25th year of CAPS is such a great quality and commitment, we are reducing the fees by 2,500. This is the only time. Next directly will increase after 1 year because as an offer for 25th year. So May 24th is an inspiration for all of you. So CA Kondaya, terrific person, Ashok sir friend, is totally blind, with due respect to him, but a great visionary. He's a CA from CAPS. Okay. So this girl cannot walk properly, but she has already cleared both the groups, foundation ho gaya, inter ho gaya. And these are all the toppers. So what about the CA final batch?
ಒಬ್ಳೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕತ್ ನೋಯ್ತೈತೆ
ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿರುಗ್ಸಿ
ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ದಿಂಬ ಐಟಾಗ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಇವಳು ಬೇರೆ ಇವಾಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವಳೆ.
ಯಾವಳವಳು ಕತ್ ನೋವು.
So be true to yourself, Alva.
Make a note of this sixth.
The beautiful one applies even during exams. This is the one, very beautiful one.
ಒಬ್ಳೆ ತುಂಬ
Yeah.
Make a note of these 6 things. The 6 things, if you integrate in your life. Make a note of these 6 things. The 6 things, if you integrate in your life, will help you to take charge of your mental health. Today, it's World Mental Health Day, and I want to give you this formula.
Not today, the day you would have made that video.
ಒಬ್ಳೆ ತುಂಬ
This lady is making us that.
Make a note of these 6 things. Make a note of these 6 things. 6 things, if you integrate in your life, will help.
Talking about 6 things because you have got 6 subjects, no? Probably that connection.
ಒಬ್ಳೆ ತುಂಬ ಕತ್ ನೋಯ್ತೈತೆ
ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿರುಗ್ಸಿ
Help you to take charge of your mental health. Today, it's World Mental Health Day, and I want to give you this formula. The formula is mental. MENTAL. Take your paper and pen, just write it down. MENTAL. M stands for meditate. Meditate every single day, at least for 2 minutes or 3 minutes if you can. Just meditate. Focus on your breath. Breath awareness is one of the best ways to meditate. E stands for exercise. Please do some kind of physical exercise. Our physical health and our mental health are the two sides of the same coin. Any kind of exertion, any kind of exercise will also improve your mental health. N stands for no. Learn to say no. Things, people, engagements, content for that matter. Anything that is not helping you to move towards your goals, learn to say no. Learn to speak up for yourself. T stands for talk. Speak, just talk to your loved ones, talk to your confidants, talk to people who are there for you. A stands for acceptance. Accept things as they are. If things are not happening as per your expectation, accept it. If you keep on fighting it, it will deteriorate your mental health. You will get stressed, you'll get anxious, you'll get depressed. And L stands for laughter. Include laughter in your life. Do things, watch things which will make you laugh. When you laugh, serotonin, endorphins are produced in your body.
I hope you enjoyed the video, a beautiful video, okay? And I just observed, so 6 subjects. Let us hope that they don't make us mental, okay? So that's it from the presentation party. So we move on to your first straight away. Ready? I'll take you through the FR. Twitter will be shared to you. Even if you are writing second group, attend this FR because it might help your IBS also. There is something going inside. Dr. Simati. Okay, audible, visible, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh. So welcome to R2R session on FR, financial reporting. I'll take you through the various content of FR. So today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. The best view comes after the hardest climb, climb. So this is the schedule. So FR is the first exam of CA final. Be more relaxed. While writing the answer, select that question which gives the best of the best impression to the valuer, because first impression is always the best impression. So news key only, financial statements and NDS is the main key content. Maintaining good pace is very, very important in every subject, including FR. And it being a first paper, thoda extra सोचना पड़ेगा. So you can start with the last question FR, because normally last question will be easy or there will be some choice or whatever. Don't start with the first question. It may be easy, but don't start. Okay. Only taxation paper I tell you to start with the first question. Otherwise, no. And moment you see that question paper at 1:45 to 2 o'clock, first job is which is that rejection. So that one question is the descriptive. First question nahi hona chahiye. First question is compulsory. From 2 to 6, which is that question which fetches me the least mark at a high time consuming. Reject it and close it. Don't keep on dilly-dallying. Wo reject karna wala. So because that's what could happen. 3A you will know, 4B. So you reject that question which either you don't know anything totally, at a part of the question which you reasonably don't know, and where you are going to lose substantial mark. And everything you know, then whichever takes more time, easiest question. But if it takes more time, you reject it. That's the first point. Then the order of writing, slight changes I have done. You just see, I have discussed recently one of the exam session or whatever. Slight changes I have done. Just look into whether this works better for you. Okay. Just read Kiran. This is my suggestion to all of you in almost all the papers.
Preferred order and utilization of time.
Yourself.
1:45 p.m. to 2 p.m. reading the question paper.
उधर preference option नहीं है, पर वही करना पड़ेगा.
2 p.m. to 2:10 p.m. for filling the details in answer booklet and scribbling certain important questions in the last page.
Important points. So let's say question number, auditing your writing, some important professional things. So last page, this is what I have done in all my examination. First 5-10 minutes I spend on that. Okay. So that in between the question, if I miss some point, I'll turn the page. Don't keep on writing pages together there only, because the main sheet kyo diya hai. So 5 to 10 minutes, it's scribble question number 2, question number 3, so that when you start, free flow of thought followed by free flow of ink. That's my point. So now this is important. So while writing, what should you start with? Compulsorily in every subject, I do not want to start with MCQ. Some people would have thought MCQs normally at the inter and final level are not easy. Any subject. That's why you must start with descriptive. Either my option is the thought. I'm not giving you the option. But whether you want to write 2 descriptive, then go to MCQ and then come back to 3, or whether you want to write 3 descriptive, you decide. Mera option hai, my suggestion, this is what I thought, and finally looking from average everybody's angle, 2:10 to 3:30 p.m. So you'll get how many minutes? So 30 plus 50. How many minutes? 80 minutes. So 3 questions. Say question number 6, question number 3, question number 1. My suggestion now, first question attempted, you can take 30 minutes. Other questions around 20 to 30 minutes. So you got effectively 80 minutes. 80 minutes with 30 minutes you take for the first. I never meant first question what means first question of the examination paper. First question what you write. Here you are starting with the 6th question. First impression, the best impression, value automatically thinks, oh, this guy has done a brilliant job. All other answers also will go in the front. But obviously, it's a stepwise, point-wise mark. So first question answer ke liye you can take 30 minutes. Once 30 minutes crossed, you have to stop. Next question, you have got 50 minutes more for next 2 questions. Around 25 to 30 minutes you can take average. So and 3:30 you should have stopped. 3:30 you should have stopped 3 descriptive questions, which includes 1 compulsory question. This is why reason why I slightly altered. Then 3:30 to 4:15, 45 minutes you have to take for MCQs. So it requires. Then 4:15 to 4:50, you have got how many minutes? 50 minus 15, 35 minutes. Around 15 to 20 minutes per question, you have to go for the other 2 descriptive questions. Say question number 5 and 4. I'm just giving an example. Last 5 to 10 minutes, whatever the descriptive question you have not answered, you go back and scribble something. So because sometimes what happens, that 5 to 10 minutes is line. Your watch says it's 4:50, but the invigilator value says it's time says it's 5 o'clock. So some cranky things will happen. You cannot sit and fight. And during examination time, even if you are right, say sorry and keep moving in life. During exam, did you hear? Even if you are totally right and other person is totally wrong, you say I'm sorry, keep moving in life. So I repeat this point. My strong suggestion to all of you: 210. So around 210 to 3:30. 3 descriptive questions should come every paper, AFMA, FRA, whatever. So 3:30. So in which include 1 compulsory question. Aapka reasonable comfort aayega. And which are the 3 best questions you written. There only you would have thought 14 into 3, 42 marks. Oh, around 25-30 marks are there. Then go for MCQs. 45 minutes I can give you. Then 4:15 to 4:50, 4:55, you can finish that 2 paper questions. So last, even if something is missed out, it's okay. So come back and finish. MCQs, don't leave any question and go to the descriptive. MCQ at a stage you have to complete. 45 minutes maximum 1 hour lena hai to le lo, but khatam karke, because MCQ negative nahi hai. So did you understand the scheme? Earlier I think I would have suggested 2 questions once early, but I felt this is the best one. This is what you can stick to all the examination except IBS. IBS obviously I got 4 questions out of 5 questions. So it is something like around first 2 questions you can take 1 hour. Next 2 questions 45 minutes, 40 minutes. That's the way you should. 4 hours question hai, open book exam hai. IBS only first 2 questions you can go up to. So 2 to 4 you can go for first 2 questions maximum. Then 1.5 hour mein another 2 questions. Last 30 minutes you still have to keep it. That's the plan. Even then, sometimes IBS you may not be able to complete in time. Be careful. Right. So are you clear about this? Attempt all the questions. No negative mark for MCQs. 5 average answers are better than 3 best answers. And 1 question which you are rejecting, including sub questions. So say 4A, 4B. Scribble something and write. Come, because when you attempt, they give the mark. Yes. So aim at 100. Read the questions carefully. For example, India's 103. When fair value of NCA is given, it's a full goodwill method. Moment they give, it should be full goodwill method. Working notes are important. Stepwise approach I already discussed. We have already discussed in that. So the syllabus point of view, MCQ, they can cover anything, any India's, any financial statement part. CFS, say around 14 marks. 103, India's 103. I'm talking about India's everywhere. Okay, around 10 marks. Specific standards like 115, 116, so it's around 10 to 15 marks. So even India's 109 can be around 10 to 15 marks. Then these standards where the problems can be asked, it can be 10 to 16 marks. Analytical theory on cloud computing, then technology recording, professional ethics, 100% question for 5 marks, which is useful for an auditing paper also. Okay. So then schedule 3 question may be asked. They might ask you to correct the financial statement made. They were asking earlier. So when the new scheme was included in May 18, so financial statement format malum hai na sabko. So it is for you, division 2, India's assets on the top, equity and liabilities bottom. Okay. So wo format mein likhna hai. Exceptional cases they may ask division 1, ulta. Equity liabilities on the top, assets down. Okay. That may not be asked 99%, but still 1% chance. Yeah. One sure question on 110, 99% is sure. Then business combination हो सकता है, accounting and technology. From there they can ask one question. Schedule 3 1 5 to 10 mark question they might ask. These are the Indias which are very commonly asked, and these theory areas, these Indias one etc. are also important. So recently cloud computing, then RLPD, recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosure. इसके बारे something may look like intermediate. That question also they might ask. Division 2, your syllabus. So basically, schedule 3 has got 3 divisions. Division 1 is Chota Mota companies, companies account standard rules based, that's where non-Indias companies. Equity and liabilities on the top, assets down. Division 2 is your syllabus, assets on the top, equity liabilities down. Then division 3 is NBFC, may not be the syllabus. All the 3 divisions, part 1 is the balance sheet, part 2 is statement of P&L. Right. Use the right term, PP instead of fixed asset. PP is for tangible. Consider net worth for Indias and not turnover. This question was also asked. So, phase 2, from when it is applicable, Anta. So then net worth should be greater than or equal to 500 crore is covered in phase 1. Whereas net worth less than 500 crore, if it is listed, it's automatically covered. Whereas others more than equal to 250 crore is covered. Use the right term. Do's and don'ts, we already discussed in the general point. Study while others are sleeping, work while others are loafing, prepare while others are playing, and dream while others are wishing. The best way to predict the future is creative. Right. I'll just take you through some important points, which we have already explained. We have done the revision. I guess also we have done, but again, better. So financial accounting is the art of RCSI. I don't know where it will be useful in final, but remember, recording, classifying, summarizing in a significant manner all the financial transactions and interpret the results. 2 within bracket 40. You must know this. Read with section 129 within the bracket 1. Read with schedule number 3, division 2, talks about financial statement, balance sheet, P&L. Section 8 companies go with the income and expenditure account. And here the word is P&L account. I'm worried somewhere in MCQ if they catch this point. So financial statement as per 240. Is it P&L account or statement of P&L? Answer is P&L account. Schedule 3 में statement दिया है, only P&L account दिया है. Then cash flow statement, OPC etc. cash flow statement not applicable. So see only for India's companies and their notes to account. 129, true and fair for your auditing purpose also. So financial statement should give a true and fair view as per the balance sheet and P&L. If there may be a question of electricity company or normal company, they are all coming under your syllabus only. Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. Only banking and insurance companies, they have a separate format. Banking companies, they go by liquidity order. Electricity company, sorry, insurance company, IRDA 1999. Schedule A and Schedule B talks about the format. Section 133. So, legal sanctity for accounting standard is section 133. Who told you accounting standards to follow? Section 133. So, 2 within bracket 40, section 129 within the bracket 1, schedule number 3 and 133. You must remember somewhere when there is analytical theory question, you want to mention. Division 2 deals with Indias, starts with assets and ends with the equity and liabilities. P&L is noted. So, applicability of Indias 2016, based on 31st March 2014, February 14th. So, based on that criteria, 1/4/2016 with the previous year column is the phase 1. Okay, for all the companies, the entire syllabus India is only for companies, non-corporate won't come. All the companies where the net worth is more than equal to 500 crore. From 2017, all listed companies are covered. Others in the net worth is more than equal to 250 crores. Phase 3 is not yet notified. And moment you are covered, your cash is also covered. Joint venture, associate, subsidiary, or the holding company. For example, H Limited net worth is 600 crore. S Limited turnover net worth is only 200 crore. Both are phase 1. That's it. Okay, fine. So this is the format. Indian Accounting Standard Rules 2015. You remember this rule number, rule 2015 से आ गया है division 2 के लिए. So every time there is a format, ensure that you write the previous year column with the blank. Don't write dash unless in the first year. If they say company is incorporated, then you saying that in the first year of incorporation, hence previous year figures are not there. First year of CBS, previous year figures will not come. First year of CBS, be careful, right? So the format. So assets non-current, which are basically more than 12 months. Okay. First three are tangible, next three are intangible, then BFDO. So property, plant, equipment, capital work in progress, investment property. Investment property is LBB. Then goodwill, other intangible assets, KPT said FO, then intangible asset under development. So these first three are covered by India 16. Investment property specifically covered under 40 also. 16 may be aayega, India's 40 may be aayega. Goodwill, other all the three are covered in India's 38. Then biological assets are covered under 16 as well as 41. Then financial assets, big standard, India's 109, then 107 and 32. Then deferred tax asset, India's 12 and other non-current assets. So assets suddenly, first three are, I don't know, somewhere MCQ period, I'm just going again. First three are tangible. So PPE, capital work in progress, and what? PCI, GOI. PCI, GOI. PCI is property, plant, equipment, capital work in progress, then investment property, goodwill, other intangible asset, then intangible asset under development. Then BFDO, boyfriend, dura ododa, exam is using the So biological asset, financial asset, deferred tax asset, other non-current asset. Then current asset में IFCO, क्या? IFCO to IFCO. Investment, again financial assets, current tax asset and other. ಇಲ್ಲಿ deferred tax asset ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ current tax asset ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Right, inventory is India's 2, financial assets mainly 109, ಇಲ್ಲಿ cash and cash equivalent India's 7 ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then current tax asset is a part of India's 12. So total assets, then always every balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ whether it's a consolidated balance sheet, business combination, always do asset side first. Asset side ko total down. Liability side ko total equal to asset down. Because normally you do the mistake on liability side, especially reserves and surplus. So that's a reserve surplus, you write balance figure. And that amount you write. So there's a common thing. And non-controlling interest, don't miss it in the case of consolidated balance sheet. So equity share capital aayega, preferred share capital nahi aayega, other equity, there's nothing but a SOC, reserve surplus format. Liabilities again, non-current and current. Illi FPDO, illi FOPC. So all same except D and C. Financial liability, financial liability. So again, BTO, borrowings, trade payable, then others mainly. Trade payable can be trade payable and trade receivable, current or non-current. Inventory is always current. Trade receivable can be current or non-current. Very crucial, micro and small. In accounts as well as 43B within the bracket small h of Income Tax Act, micro and small mark, MSMED Act of 2006. It covers medium also, but here you are supposed to show only micro and small, payable to micro and small other enterprises. So financial liability again, FO, other provisions, current tax liabilities. This is the format. Then P&L, rotate, revenue from operation, other income total. Then P&L ka is basically your trading account and P&L. Trading account basically inventory related you should write, then P&L. So CPC, EFDO. CPC is cost of material consumed. Here opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock of raw material. Whereas all other inventory idhar aana chahiye. Raw material gets adjusted here. Whereas work in progress, finished goods, stock in trade. Opening minus closing. Positive means right positive, negative means right. Purchase of stock in trade. Today, what I manufacture is called finished goods. What I buy and sell is called stock in trade. So I repeat, raw material inventory gets adjusted in the first line, whereas all other inventory, opening minus closing. Positive means positive, negative means negative. I hope you are understanding. If you have any point, you can make a note of it, and then you can ask. Then, so corresponding standards if you want. Revenue from operation 115, 115. Cost of material consumed, all the three can be covered in India's 2. That's it. Employee benefit expense is 19. Finance cost is 23. Depreciation is 16. amortization is 38. So CPC, EFDO, then this is the total expense. This is called PBET, exceptional item. There is no concept called extraordinary item in India. Extraordinary item nahi hai. Extraordinary item nahi hai. So PBT, tax expense, current tax, deferred tax, including MAT adjustment there. So then profit from continuing operation, discontinued operation bolna hai. Discontinued operation. Tax expense ke liye India is 12. Discontinued operation is 105. Non-current asset held for sale and discontinued operation. Then iska tax expense is basically say slump sale, section 50B. Then discontinued operation. Then comes other comprehensive income, some unrealized notional items, whatever you have, which will be taken to P&L, not taken to P&L account with the corresponding tax adjustment. Then add the same to normal income, that becomes total comprehensive income. Then EPS has to be presented under 3 subheads. EPS for continuing operation, discontinued operation, then discontinued and continuing. Actually, it should have been other way around, but format says discontinued and continuing. So then basic separately, diluted separately. EPS is covered in India 33. So read one.
Division 2 and Ind AS, no extraordinary item. Show OCI separately, EPS, basic and diluted, including negatives, continuing, discontinued, and total. So consolidated financial statements, minority interest in Division 1, non-controlling interest in Division 2.
So हमारा syllabus में Division 2 में non-controlling interest बोलना है. Whereas IPS when you are preparing, if they ask Shetty sir permit a private limited, Division 1 also is important. You have to glance it once. Next.
Schedule 3 special points, previous year figures unless first year of operations.
First year operation, you have to give a note. So India's guiding principle. Entire India's is based on these two principles. Substance over form, fair value. One a beautiful example for substance over form. Okay. So if you are talking about I purchase AC with maintenance, 10 lakh rupees. Whereas if I purchased independent, okay, I would have paid it 12 lakh rupees. Then they say, how do you segregate it? So 10 lakh rupees for AC, 2 lakh rupees for the maintenance charge. This 10 lakh also has to be split, warranty, etc. You have to go for war. So split and present it, substance over form, true spirit. Component method of depreciation. Component method of depreciation is a classic example of substance over form. Sir, I always used to divide it by 10 years. ऐसा नहीं करना. Aircraft, maybe engine may be amortized, depreciated for 20 years. Body may be only for 5 years. You have to keep changing. So then fair value. India 113, extremely important. OMM. What is OMM? Orderly transaction between market participant on a measurement day. India, when they launched IFRS, they said we will adopt as it is. Then they said no. Certain things like deferred revenue expenditure in income tax, 35D. So certain legal things which are not acceptable to us, they said we don't do it. Then they said, okay, we'll take IFRS, do slight changes. Then we put our own standards that for India's. So India's is almost IFRS plus carve in minus carve out. So IFRS as of now, if you look at the accounting standards are like a grammatical language. At a global level, we have from 2011, so 2001 actually they started IFRS, but it get prolonged. 2 RMRs. All the IFRS have not been renamed as IFRS. So as of now, we have IFRS 1 to 16 in your syllabus. In India, what we converge them with the 100 plus. So IFRS 1 is equal to India's 101. IFRS 2 is equal to India's 11. IFRS 3 is equal to India's 101. Other IAS, whatever are not yet changed, or they don't want to change, they are in IAS number only, which we call as India's, for example, in IAS 2 inventory, India's 2 inventory. So we have 2 series, 100 series, 101 to 116 in your syllabus, 117 may not be there in your syllabus, and India's 1 to India's 41 IAS numbers as it is. So what is this carve-in, carve-out 5 mark you might ask. Something additional point what we thought in India was given carving. Something we want to deviate, that's called carve-out. Carve-out can be either mandatory or optional. Something what is there in IFRS, I don't want to follow. Bargain on bargain on purchase gain is bargain on purchase price. Okay, it is a capital reserve. So in our language, but IFRS says take it to P&L account. We say no. Optional and IFRS would have given you 2-3 options. We say we don't do all the options, we give only 2 options. For example, IAS 27 gives you 3 options. Cost, favorable, equity method. But in India, we don't give equity method of the India 27. So we are still IFRS compliant, but 1 or 2 options we are not. Carving is something extra. Indian IFRS 3 business combination is only acquisition method. And any profit or loss, okay, take it to the goodwill or capital. But India, we say, if there's a common control transaction, appendix C, if it's a common control transaction, we have to account it under pooling of interest method. Any difference, positive or negative, must go to capital reserve. Demerger is a classic example of a common control demerger the common control transaction. So this is what I told. 1 series are considered 101 in India's, whereas IAS 1 series are India's also 1 series. India's 101. First time adoption of India's. So I became a listed company. Although my net worth exceeded 250 crores. From next year it is applicable. First time when I'm adopting, I need to bring the changes in the reserves and surplus. Opening balance of reserves surplus, I need to bring the changes. Share-based payment, we can be either equity settled or our cash settlement. So equity settlement means equity share capital security payment should be paid. Cash settlement means a bank account. India's 103, business combination. Business combination is a big standard. So the word control is defined here. 110 and 103 goes hand in hand. Okay, goodwill calculation, then control definition, etc. are from the same. Goodwill can be either total goodwill or partial goodwill. Control definition PLR. There should be a power of variable return and they should be linked by these two. That's where the word control comes into picture. You should have a power to get the variable return and that should be linked because of the power. That's the definition of control. Then goodwill can be the total goodwill method or partial goodwill method. When NCI valuation is given, you have to compulsorily go by total goodwill method, where NCI may be at fair value of proportionate of net assets, where a partial goodwill method is only your share you consider. Acquisition method, any profit or loss goes to goodwill or capital, where a common capital transaction, always capital, including negative. Next, so the kind of questions here, analytical theory questions may be asked, option accounting, practical questions in amalgamation, reverse demerger, one of the easiest question. Demerger, one kulle ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Maximum limited, Lenovo Sono problem, ತುಂಬಾ easy question ಅದು. It should not be. Goodwill computation question can be asked. Theory on disclosure. Then reverse merger. Here reverse merger, normally big fish will eat small fish. There may be some reverse case, a Tata chorus. Small company acquiring big company. And whenever there is a reverse merger, accounting acquirer will become legal acquiree. Legal acquirer because accounting acquirer. So see which company is taking the controlling stake. So in that case, even though it is amalgamation, if you remember, AX Limited, BX Limited merging and forming a new company called ABX Limited. So that it is an amalgamation, but accounting should be like absorption. BX Limited, no figure should be changed there. As it is, plus AX Limited figures, change figures have to take. Have you understood the very important reverse merger? So control, who is the larger entity or identified, decide. 104, 106 is not there. 105, non-current assets are current assets other than current assets. Current assets are mainly ITC, inventory, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent in the operating side. If the non-current assets are held for sale, okay, it will be valued at the carrying amount or fair value as cost to seller, and it has to be disclosed under current assets, other current assets. They are held for sale. Discontinued operations, the operations which are discontinued, so the impact of the same has to be shown on the P&L account. So they can ask India's 105, India's 12. Deferred tax computation, but the question is a practical of marks it, adana go through. disclosure requirement of financial instrument, extremely important. Operating segment, that is basically for efficiency, inefficiency evaluation. 10% criteria. Any segment. So remember, P&L account, then P&L account in 2 points, balance sheet in 1 point. Any segment which constitutes 10% or more is very dangerous, sir. Is standard for MCQs. MCQ के लिए they might ask, is it a reportable segment? Is it an operating segment? 10% to be covered होता है. Like net worth 500 or more बोला मैंने crore, इधर भी 10% or more. Any segment contributing, what is it?
Yes,
Any-
sir.
Any segment
sir.
which is constituting 10% or more of the total revenue, internal and external revenue, is a operating segment, the reportable segment. Once comes under the revenue, you don't have to bother for the second one. However, if it is not coming in the first one, second check karo. What? Or 10% or more of the total in the profit segment, total in the loss segment, whichever is higher in absolute term. Once covered here, full stop. Not covered, you have to see the assets. Assets excludes fictitious asset and income tax asset, 10% or more of the same. So either covered under revenue category or under result category or under asset category. So once they, if they come under revenue category, you don't have to go for checking the same under the revenue category. Check it. Now, for example, if Wipro, 20 activities, 5% each, 5% revenue, 5% asset, 5% result. So then nothing will come. Then they said at least 75% of the external revenue should be covered in the operating segment. You select any such segment what you want and report the same. And management choice, niche area, something new you are starting. So you want to report, you report it. Any segment which is a reportable segment because the 10% criteria is compulsorily reportable segment in the next year. 75% criteria, if you selected something, you don't have to report unless it is satisfied 10% criteria next year. Understanding, Baba? So practical questions on that they will ask, is it an operating segment or not? And majority of the time, almost all the segment have become reportable segment in the question they have asked. So right or wrong, I don't know. This is what I have seen. At least getting satisfied under one of the conditions. Extremely important. Also go through one format of the balance sheet P&L. Basically, your balance sheet and P&L normal main heads of the balance sheet and P&L account you are presented with some reconciliation at the end. 109, extremely important. If it is an asset for me and liability for someone else, that is called financial instrument. So I purchased debenture of Sukesh Limited. For me, it is an investment. For him, it is a debenture liability. It is a financial instrument. I purchased the land from Kiran. It cannot be a financial instrument because it's only an asset. There is no liability coming to picture. So one man's asset, financial asset, becoming one of other entities, financial liability is called financial instrument. There again, it can be equity instrument, it can be debt instrument, it can be a compounded instrument where there will be equity and debt being embedded derivatives. So you need to segregate. So questions, good number of questions are asked. So how do you segregate a debenture component and the equity component? There are some practical calculations. Please look at it. From the total, remove the debt component, balance is the equity component. This is how exactly you would have done the problem. It's extremely important. Next, 111. So joint arrangements are of two major categories. Either it will be joint operation, okay? It can be joint venture or it can be joint operations. Now, joint arrangements cover basically two categories. Jointly controlled assets, myself and Prajwala holding 60% 40% in a oil pipeline, jointly controlled asset. Jointly controlled operation, mining activity, myself and Sujit holding 60-40%. They are covered under joint arrangement. India's 111. You have to go for proportionate consolidation. In my book, I will take 60% share, Sukesh will say 40% share of assets, liability, assets, equity. Whereas if it is a joint venture, that means I have a stake in the net worth. Very, very important. If you go back and see my notes, there's a beautiful discussion. Net assets is equal to equity. Net assets is equal to equity. So, Kiran, if you remember, I've got traditional balance sheet. So, when I do the traditional balance sheet, equity idhar aayega, ato net assets minus liability equal to equity. So, if you have stake in the net assets is equal to stake in the equity, that is like a partnership form. So, if it doesn't come here, you have to follow equity method. It doesn't come out. India's 111. You have to show your investment in the capital of the partnership firm, are you listening? This India is 38. So like investment in associate, okay? Whereas if you're talking about a joint arrangement, you have to go for a proportionate consolidation method. Sabko samajh mein aa gaya this point? Yeah, proportionate. Next. 112 is about all the cases. How do you disclose? Disclosure requirements are very, very important. India's 113 is three related. Title itself is three words: fair value measurement. Definition of fair value is OMM. Orderly transaction between market participant on a measurement day. So how do you do the valuation? It can be market value based, income, fair value, income based athava based. Then how do you get the inputs? It can be level 1, identical items. Level 2, similar items. Level 3 is totally different. Beetle car cannot be compared with any other similar car. Fine. So fair value, India's 113 doesn't say when you should apply fair value. How do you do the fair value? When you should apply fair value will be discussed at a respective standard. So, for example, India is 16. So, you do recognize the initial measurement is always at a cost model. But once in 3 to 5 years, you may go for a fair value model. You decide. When you go for fair value, how do you do the fair value? Come to 1 month. Understood? Yeah. Next, regulatory deferral. 115 is extremely important. Revenue from contract with the customers. Revenue owner chahiye. There should be a contract with the customer. Other things will not come. So definition of revenue is when you are going to increase your assets, decrease your liability, contributing to the equity other than the equity share capital contribution, the equity owner's contribution. So it should increase the asset or decrease the liability. Definition of revenue. And it should increase your equity other than the equity participant contribution. So if I issue the shares at a premium, it is not revenue. Whereas if I sell the goods, bank account able to sales, asset jada ho gaya, sales will ultimately improve my profitability. That's why it's the revenue. Then contract. So Indian contract at 2H, that's applicable here. Offer plus acceptance is equal to an agreement enforceable at law. And for recognizing the revenue, 5 conditions. Proper. There should be a contract. There should be a performance obligation. Price need to be allocated according to the requirement. So you price and then allocate, then recognize the revenue, either input based, output based method, etc. Construction contract is also covered here only, 115. POCM is the method which is followed for construction contract. Service concession agreement, move to bolt, etc. Build, own, operate, transfer, build, own, lease, transfer, etc. Please go through some questions which are asked. National, BJP, Vijalpur, Jabalpur, something, these are question.
Dilwara, Jabalpur.
Jabalpur Express, something like that. Okay. So, KNE, some Nagpur, it's highway. So, related question is a very beautiful question. 116. So, lease, using your asset by someone else for which they give the consideration. In the books of lesser, there is a concept called operating lease. Sujit's marriage, Shetty sir, Shamiana. Shetty sir books only, everything should be considered. He is only paying the lease later. So, lesser book, there is a concept called operating lease and finance lease. So, for Shetty sir, Shamiana. For me, Shamiana is the operating lease. Whereas Tata Motors selling the car on lease is called finance lease. Lesser book there. Lessee book. That Shamiana really, whether the car is always only one item called right of use asset, because only you have a right not to, you have an option not to account for small value or short period leases. So you as a lessee, otherwise everything should be right of use asset. It is recognized at a present value at the minimum lease payment. Go through lease modification, then how do you account for the lesser book to other question here? These are 100 series. You breathe, madam.
ದುಡಿಯೋದೇ ನನ್ನ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್, ಆದರ ನ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ದುಡಿಯೋದೇ ನನ್ನ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್.
ಏ ಬೇಕೂಡ ಪರಿನ ಶುರು ಮಂತೆ ಮಾರೆ
ಅಂದು ಮಾರೆ ಈಗ ಮಾರಲ್ಲ ಮಾರೆ ಮನೆ.
Basically means so he started drinking again, but he has told earlier you will drink only when there is a reason. So they are asking, why are you drinking?
ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಮುರಣಿ ಮಣ್ಣದ ದಾಲ ವಿಷಯ ಇದ್ದಂದೆ ಪರಪುಜಿಂದಿ
ವಿಷಯ ಇತ್ತದೆ ಪರ್ಪಿನಿಯ
ವಿಷಯ ಇತ್ತದ ಪರಪಿನ ಇದು ಅಂಜಿನ ಅಂಜಿನ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಪರಪಿನ ಅಂಚಿನ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೀಪಾವಳಿ ಅತ್ತೆ
ದೀಪಾವಳಿ ಅಂಡದಾನೆ ಪರಡೊಂದುಂಡ
ದೀಪಾವಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಪರದು ಬರ್ಪೇರ ಮಾರೆ
ఒక జోకులేకి రాకెట్ బుడ్రే బాటిల్ ఇట్లా అమ్మే కొరిపోయినా
Sure, some could have understood. So he said that the reason, in reason, Sujit, rocket budake need bottle bekalwa. No. Finding the reasons. Maybe. Okay, so India's one. India's 101 is first time adoption. This is about financial statement, schedule 3. So whatever we discussed earlier, adhe barutte. Adu financial statement gonna go through ಮಾಡಿ, going concern, equal consistency, fundamental accounting assumption. If you have followed, you don't have to disclose. If you are not followed, you disclose the same. So there will be some mistakes, like provision for foreseeable loss. So they may show under reserves and surplus. It should not be shown in reserves surplus. It should be a provision. Then the debtors aging analysis, outstanding for more than 6 months, and considered good from the due date has to be considered. Micro and small presentation, they would not have done it. All those mistakes are the previous year figure, they would not have shown. Revenue from operation, they would not have split into other income. Tax, they would not have given a split. All those mistakes are correct. Inventories is always valued at cost for NR, whichever less. Raw material is normally valued at cost unless both raw material and finished goods both are valued at N. Production overhead, variable overheads are absorbed based on actual production. Fixed overheads are normally based on the budgeted production, where the actual output is more than the budgeted production. Then fixed overheads are also absorbed based on actual production. Extremely important. Statement of cash flow, presenting the cash flows under operating, investing, and financing. Anything related to fixed assets and long-term investment is investing. Anything related to share capital and premium is the financing. Everything else is the operating. And they might also ask you a question about reconciliation, exchange fluctuation, reconciliation. How do you show on the cash flow statement? 5-mark question was asked. Can you please go through the same? And very, very easy question of India's 21. Okay. Operating, investing, and financing. If you have a financial institution, loan given, loan taken, interest if you interest paid, everything is a operating activity. Dividend paid is always financing activity. Tax paid can come under 3 categories. DDT in India it is not there from 2020. If in a foreign country DDT is on dividend, dividend is on share capital, financing activity. TDS on sale of a land, in land is an investing activity, it will come under investing activity. Everything else is operating activity, should be shown separately at the end of each activity when it comes to taxes. No concept of extraordinary item even under cash flow statement because India's excludes extraordinary item. Next, India's is accounting policies. What are the policies which you have followed? Disclose with proper accounting. Whenever there is a change in accounting policy, retrospective effect. Whenever there is a change in accounting estimate, you have to always give a prospective effect. And anything related to PP and intangible asset, accounting policy or estimate, it has to be prospective only because 16 and 38 says India's 10. 31st March is my balance sheet. My financial statement is on 30th June. In between, what are the transactions happen? So events after the reporting date, SA 560 if I'm not wrong, both go hand in hand. They can be adjusting or non-adjusting. Conditions existing in the punch word on the 31st March, then you have to account on 31st March. If it is not so, you don't have to account. You have to report in the board of directors report. India's 12, extremely important again, highly expected question, either as such or a part of business combination. Business combination will be India's 12, India's 105 ella barutte. So permanent difference identified, exclude, no discussion. Temporary difference, either it can be taxable or deductible. Carrying amount, you are a student of accounts now. Carrying amount and tax base. Carrying amount minus tax base, if it is positive, that means in the debit balancing account, you have to create deferred tax liability. So there is a taxable temporary difference. Whereas carrying amount minus tax base is negative, that means there is a credit balance. That means you have to go for deferred tax asset. Point number 1. Point number 2, whenever there is a business combination, for goodwill we don't do any deferred tax asset combination. And in business combination, important point is that A Limited absorbs B Limited. So B Limited's carrying amount, let's say 100 lakh. I acquire the same at, let's say 150 lakh, say plant. 150 lakh will become a carrying amount, and 100 lakh, that carrying amount of the transfer company is a tax base. The underlying presumption is, in the transfer company, WDV in accounts and income tax was same. Have you understood that point? So, it's something like if you marry a nurse, apni BV ko sister bulana padta hai. So, when you take over the assets from the transfer company, their carrying amount will become a tax base. Fair value will become a carrying amount. Carrying amount minus tax base, positive, negative. Accordingly, you have to identify them as deductible or taxable temporary difference. Either create deferred tax asset or you have to create a deferred tax liability. DTL you must DTA only when there is a reasonable certainty of future earning income. Otherwise, you should not. India 16 PPE, it is a tangible asset held for, the actual definition goes with the plant, which is intended for used for manufacturing, generating revenue, property, rental to others, equipment is administrative purpose, held for more than 12 months. It is tangible, initially at cost 1 to 3 to 5 years. For each block of asset, you have to go for fair value model. India is 14 investment property, there is no fair value, it's prohibited. It has to be cost model only, but both there is a depreciation. So PP depreciation there, fair value, sorry, investment property, building depreciation there. PP, sorry, investment property, fair valuation madangilla, but you should disclose the same below the balance sheet. Samajh mein aa raha hai? Right, depreciation, again, component method of depreciation, both. Biological asset, biological asset means which has a life, living animal and plant. Living animal and plant. So India's 16, exclusion chart quoting. Exclude the biological asset, including the bearer plant, blah blah blah. Please go to extremely important. India's 19, it has got 4 RMRs, short-term and termination benefits. Just like a normal salary, okay, account immediately. Long-term and post-retirement, either you can go for defined contribution scheme, PF, or you can go for defined benefit scheme, gratuity. Defined contribution scheme is normal accounting, salary accountability, PF accountability back. Whereas defined benefit scheme, you have to take the help of the actuarial valuation, and there are 7-step approach you have to follow. Any difference in the actual valuation, etc., has to be taken to P&L account. There again, plan assets, valuation, etc., that question can be asked. India's 20, government grant, when there is a reasonable assurance that you satisfy the conditions and you receive the government grant, you have to account for the same. Revenue grant, there is no concept called capital approach in India. Everything should be taken to P&L account. Revenue grant to P&L account, capital grant also, over a P&L account. Forgivable loans also, income approach you have to follow. India is 21. Now I am functioning in India. That is the functional currency. Is the primary economic condition vary. Function in the functional currency of the test model, mainly where the sales happens, where the revenue generations are happening, or the operating cash flows are generated. Any currency other than F is F. Functional currency, sorry, foreign currency other than the functional currency. For some purpose, your presentation currency is different from functional currency, report it separately. Right. Then again, India's 21 with the India's 7 also, the question may be asked, and also connected to India's 23. Borrowing cost to be connection is illegal. Borrowing cost is basically IFE, interest, finance charges, and exchange. All exchange difference is a beautiful question is that whatever is related to the borrowing cost, it has to be taken here. Balance will go to the India's 21. Related to the qualifying asset, it is ready to use it has to be capitalized. So computation question may be asked. So practically, how exactly you have to take it to the foreign exchange treatment? It is normally taken to P&L account. If there is a foreign operation, you have to take it to FCTR. As and when there is a proportionate disposal of the foreign operation, it has to be taken to P&L. India's 24, related party disclosure. Holding subsidiary control base, disclose whether or not there is a transaction due there. Significant interest, 20% or more associated, disclose only when there is a related party transaction. Separate financial statement. So whenever there is a holding subsidiary relationship, so it's called SFS, discuss about schedule. India's 28, investment in associate, 0 to 19%, 19.98% normal investment, cost method, 20% to 50% both included. 20% we include a 50%. That's called associate, girlfriend, equity method. Equity method is like a investment in a partnership capital. So, moment the firm makes a profit, I have to take investment plus sharing any profit minus dividend. समझ में आ रहा है? Equity method, okay. Then above 50% is control. 50% is associate, significant interest. Above 50% is what? Control. That is the definition of a consolidated statement. Again, consolidated finance statement, you have to follow 6 plus 2 steps. I didn't discuss that 110. Okay. So step 1, determination of shareholding pattern. Step 2 is analysis of other equity. 2A, bonus shares. 2B is fair value change. 3 is goodwill computation. 4 is non-controlling interest. 5, 4 depends on 3. 5 is intercompany moving. 6 is unrealized profit and stock. 29, not that. Then 32, the presentation of the financial instrument. So under various current and non-current data, earning per share on the face of the P&L account already discussed. Basic, diluted. Diluted is basically for ESOP. It can be for right issue. It can be for it can be for ESOP. It can be for conversion of debentures into shares. Conversion of preferred shares to shares. ESOP ಆಗುವಾಗ numerator will not change, denominator will change. Debentures and shares convert ಹೋಗ net cost of interest what you are saving, net of taxes should be added. Preference shares will be entire dividend including DD has to be taken. Restatement of EPS also has to be considered for right share, bonus share, etc. India is 34, IFR. So any financial statement made for less than 12 months is called IFR. It can be either complete or condensed. Condensed is what is suggested. Integral view is as if it is a part and parcel of the finance 12 months. Sorry. Discrete view is each period is considered separate. India is 36, extremely important. Impairment of PP at the intangible asset, HARA. When the carrying amount is greater than recoverable amount, carrying amount is original cost minus accumulated depreciation minus accumulated impairment loss if failing, till date what is done. Recoverable amount is value in use, first net selling price, that's easy to understand, or value in use, whichever is higher, compare with the same, CA minus RU, debited to P&L account. If there is a CGU you are doing it, first you write off to goodwill. Once goodwill has been written off, you cannot reverse the goodwill. Goodwill is a compulsory. First, you should not create goodwill easily. Once you create, you cannot write off easily because there is no depreciation concept. Once it is impaired, you cannot reverse the same. India is 37, provision. Provision is the liability. Liability is OA. Present obligation involving outflow of economic resource embodying economic benefits. Then contingent liability, either in the present obligation not satisfying this condition, or it is a possible obligation. Contingent asset is possible asset leading to inflow. Contingent liabilities are disclosed. Contingent assets are normally ignored. Above 90%, above 95%, 90% is a table. Please go through it. India is 38. Intangible, ditto like PP, but it is a identifiable non-monetary asset without a physical substance. Here it's called amortization, there it's called depreciation. Where the asset is, life is unascertainable, you have to go for impairment. Goodwill matte unascertainable intangible asset, you should always go for impairment. There is no concept of amortization. Yes, say 10 years. Investment property, I have already discussed. LBB, only cost model. India is 41, agriculture. Fair value less cost. Again, go through money. 5 more questions. India is 41 and cover agila matra, it should go to India is 20. Any grant which satisfies the conditions of agriculture comes under India's 41 itself, not under India's 20. There are some analytical questions related to this. Professional ethics, which is the main part of the CA auditing, is what distinguishes you from the business. So, Code of Ethics and CSU has defined in section 22 with the various schedules. First schedule is the reasonable punishment. Second schedule, if you do it mainly connected to our profession, your punishment will be more serious and severe. And I made this beautiful chart. First schedule has got part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Appa is Akka Pass, Pa FCA CD. This is for the COP holder. This is for the service holder. This is for everybody. This is the other misconduct. These 3 are professional misconduct. This is other misconduct. Like you do some criminal or civil offense. Up to 6 months, if you are imprisoned, then you come under this category. If you are for more than 6 months, you come under second schedule. The second schedule is more serious. Or you are bringing some disrepute in any other mode, illegal. For a second schedule, So DCP odd MDIM CCID in short form. Then we call class number. And this is for COP. This is for everybody. This is other misconduct. So other go. Ili appa saka pass full form. Ili clean put other go through that. Accounting and technology. Today, we are living in a technological world. Okay. So everything is automated world. How accounting, maybe cloud computing the taking the help of the ERPs, how it will be helpful for the accounting. Other about the story go through one. Look at the time. Exactly. Yes. May 24th, suggested answer. So first 30 marks MCQ, next 70 marks is 50. First question compulsory, and then 4 out of 5. First question was on India is 110. First of the second question adhe barutte. Foreign currency derivative banittu. Then on the analytical question on India is 1 banittu theory. Then 116. Okay, 8 mark, 4 mark combination barutte. Then compound financial instrument banittu. Defined benefit plan, government grant 115. Then 101. Then concept recognition RMPD question cloud computing theory India's 105 held for success. See, look at some of the easy questions. Easy questions out of what then IFR computation of profit 19 marks theory okay, out of 84 marks. Okay, if practicals are tough, please go to the best of the best theory and present according to the institution. The question as such, just take you to the answer once. So consolidation, first question Madak Hogadi, time comes in, but Madi, because it is at least 14 only 10 marks RM sequence code. Follow the steps what I discussed. Working notes steps are extremely important. Then the answer is that you follow my 6+2 approach. You will get 3 alternatives is there. You more alternative, one alternative Madisaka. More alternative model, next time. Second question again. Journal entries miss buddy. Okay. Easy journal entries. So now computation martivi. Journal entry miss buddy. So look at the sub questions. Then look at this theory. India's number barado, title barabek, at least once in that particular answer. Simply you cannot say as per India's one. India's one presentation of financial statement. India's 102 share based payment. You must write the title once. Other than you may lose half mark. Are you clear? Classification, theory. Bullet point wise correct. This is modification of the lease. Certificate question, capital question, repeated. Itto question, maybe or 8 marks. And the Maribit, ROU adjust model. Asset account debit to liability account, adjust model with the entries. India 32 presentation. Then government grant. What the question is for? Just showing you the answer. We have discussed this all. Division Moraga. Deferred revenue grant. Question number 5. Choice in the internal choice. Revenue recognition in model. Beautiful question. Every time internal question. So how do you allocate the standalone transaction price basis? You have a portion. For example, 1,500 and 200. So you have a portion based on 1,500 and 200. So how do you apportion? Then some analytical theory question on 101. But either this question or that question. How do you recognize the assets? What are the criteria for RMPD? Other theoretical question. MCA notification. Okay. About India's applicability. Phase 1, phase 2. Question phase 1. I didn't expect in final level, but they've asked. Last question. Cloud computing theory. So, either theory barivaga. Almost side reading after 1 or 2 statements, but in the best way of presenting. So, if you don't know that, then obviously bullet point, auditing this paper. Each paper, even AFM only impairment question, dicto question, what we discussed like that. Then IFR, analytical question. And IFR is normally tax computation. That's it. So, next batch is starting in the juniors and one batch attend one batch attend strongly recommended. Okay. So we have got the best of the best faculty team, and now we are going to have only one batch for the entire 12 months. Okay. So where 8 months matra CFN class is there. July is the this is the plan. November 24 to June 25. July to October, busy schedule ಅಲ್ಲಿ we don't want to do any final classes because everybody just ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅರ್ಧಂಬರ್ಧ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That's why where the reason we off season, we want to do exhaustive 8 months, 6 subjects, including self-paced online model, what to help them out. Okay, na? This is all. So 2023 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ Manasa, excellent marks she has got 14 rank all India. This fellow is in final. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ 1 year back 2023 ಅಲ್ಲಿ PUC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರು. Next November ಇಂದ final class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. That is the impact of the CAT foundation ಆಯ್ತು ಇಂಟರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇವನು May 24 exam ಬರೆದಿಲ್ಲ because he had a health issue. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಟಾಪ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್. ಇವತ್ತು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. This girl is already PFI. That's it from the presentation ceremony. So anything else you want me to discuss, ask, you can ask. I will reasonably record in a matter of 1 hour almost everything we went through. So order of writing the questions, order of preparing. So today is what day? Today is Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. Sunday will be the exam, FR. So next 2 days I think you can prepare for FR only, fully prepare again. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ AFM ಇರುತ್ತೆ. You go by your plan. 45 minutes, half an hour, sir will come and give some confidence booster session ಮಾಡಿ. Then auditing. Same way the subject will go on. Exam easy, tough, don't bother. Just go and write the exam. Till 13th, I think the exam. 12th.
Yes, sir.
13th, 13th. Till, so think there is an exam up to 14th. Till then, don't relax too much. But ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್, ನಿಮ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Go and give your best shot. And trust me, battle is won with your 50% confidence. Okay, 50% confidence is 50% how you write, present, etc. Now, extra preparation will not give you anything extra. What is important is how you keep yourself cool, no overconfidence, no underconfidence. Go and enjoy the exam. Okay, and you enjoy the exam, will all pass. And by God's grace, everybody was stuck to the caps, the model, they all got a success. Okay, all got a success, and you will be, by God's grace, definitely passing with the high marks. Yes. Anything you want to ask? Any area which you want me to ask? Oh, marks ka last time I missed specifically target. So kya marks hai target? Tension, nobody should take the tension. 500 out of 600 is the minimum target of the equal. 520 bandre kushi, 420 bandu I will not call you 420. With the minimum 40 everything. Yeah. Anything else you want to ask? Any general enjoy? Kushaita? Happy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Almost breathless, but still.
ಆಂಟಿ ಏನಮ್ಮ? ದೀವಾ ದೀವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ದಿವಾಲಿ, ದೀವಾ ದೀವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ದಿವಾಲಿ.
Now all three of them are same. Same, only one, two improve. And that Gadda's fellow is different from these two girls like this.
Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know, it's Deepavali. Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know, it's Deepavali. Diwali ಅಂದರೆ ಫುಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಪ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಅಪಾರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳು. ಇವಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ದಿವಾಲಿ.
ಅಯ್ಯಾ.
Yeah. Wish you all a very, very happy Deepavali. So just enjoy the exam. I pray and wish that each one of you pass with high marks. God bless you all. Keep rocking, keep enjoying. Our best wishes, your best effort, and CS Institute's best support. Thank you all. God bless you. Anything else you want to ask? Thank you all.
No, sir, no.
YouTube viewers. Use Aitalva, Sumati.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Everybody enjoyed?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All the best, Sukesh, Kiran, Sumati, Ashok. Rohit, Megha, Manjula, whoever is writing the examination, all students, including our YouTube viewers. God bless you all. Keep rocking, keep enjoying. Thank you.